How's everybody doing today? Content analysis 2750. My puppy dog is my profile picture. I'm going to bring you another video. I hope that the viewers would subscribe. If you like, share, or comment, like it, dislike it. I'm only doing videos right now. Pretty soon I'll be going live. I want my subscribers to get up to 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost at 100 right now, so we got some ways to go, people. Hey man, I'm just OG trying to bring you a different perspective and a different view without all the unnecessary drama and all the back and forth. That's why I'm not going live yet. As I open every video, I will have a quote, something that you maybe could take through your day, something you maybe consider when you're going about your day and running into a situation. So today's video quote is, avoid the crowd. Do your own thinking independently. Be the chess player, not the chess piece. Because you see, the chess pieces, you're going to move around. And then sometimes somebody just going to give a pawn away. Or somebody just going to give a rook away. Or somebody just going to sacrifice for no apparent reason one of the pieces. But when you're going to be a player, you're going to value all of your pieces. If you avoid, it's no way to really avoid the crowd, because you're going to be involved in some type of crowd, because that's the social setting today. Maybe you're in a positive crowd, maybe you're in a negative crowd, maybe you're in a criminal crowd, maybe you're in a working crowd, but you're going to be in a crowd, and sometimes people allow the crowd to do the thinking for you. You listen more to the crowd than listen to your own self, than to do your own independent thinking. Then you find yourself in a world of trouble. Now you have to do your independent thinking. And when you do your independent thinking, you're going to act off your thoughts. That's going to preserve you. That's going to make you come out of this situation in the best possible way for yourself. And that's where we get all the backstabbing, snitching, ratting. All that goes with it. You follow the crowd instead of following yourself, because a lot of people do things not because they want to do it, because the crowd's doing it. Or not because they want to do it, because the leader of the crowd does it. So, my quote for you today is, avoid the crowd. Do your own thinking independently. Be the chess player, not the chess piece. And that quote really fits my video for today. All right. What am I going to talk about today? Today I'm going to talk about this ongoing situation with Troy Ave, Maino, Wack 100, and all of this stuff that's going on and on and on for no apparent reason. And when you see the situation, you see the same situation about ready to repeat itself all over again. You got people on the internet going at one another. They're not in each other's face. They don't know when they're going to see each other, but they're making all these threats towards one another, and nobody's trying to mediate the threat. Nobody's trying to, get in their ears and, try to make them have peace over violence. So in the end, if one guy's in a restaurant and another guy pulls up in that restaurant, somebody's going to be scared. There's going to be a little fear. And somebody's going to want that smoke that they've been talking about on the internet. And in my video, I'm going to show you that everybody be looking for somebody to help the situation, whether you see it or not, because everybody's just harping on all the negative of this thing. Nobody's looking at what's really, really being said, the little sentences that are being made to show that there is room for mediation. Things can be mediated. So let's start this video. I want to begin with this. Trife Gangsta. Trife Gangsta just did a video talking about, somewhat about his brother situation in Irving Plaza. Now, I met Trife when we were doing time in Wyoming Correctional Facility. He was transitioning to come home. He came from Attica to Wyoming. And when he came to Wyoming, he came right into the jungle. Cuttings every day, the gangs doing what they want to do, all this, man, people scared to go to the yard. They even killed somebody in there. They stabbed him up and they killed the old guy. You know what I mean? He did too much with them young boys, and them young boys popped on him. And he ended up dying. And nobody got caught for it, you know what I mean? Like, that's life. Everybody don't make it out of jail. But we met Trife, and when Trife came into the house, we was having an ongoing thing with Spanish TV time. And Trife was on go from the gate when he got there. But one thing Trife used to always talk to me about, Trife used to read a lot of books. I used to grab a lot of books from him and read them myself. Some books he wouldn't let me read, those was like his Bibles. But Trife used to always say, you got to train for this, and you got to train your mind for this, and you got to train your body for this. And no lie, he used to take 3 of us in the bathroom, and I'm not going to hurt y'all, but y'all try to hurt me. We used to be trying to beat flames out of Trife, man. Trife was strong, though, man. Trife is my guy, man. So, like, when I first seen Trife on the internet, I seen him in a lot of drama with this one, with that one. This one calling him different kinds of disrespectful names and all of that. And I'm like, damn, man, damn, I'm going to go see Trife, man. I need to talk to Trife and this, and that. And, I decided, better me avoid Trife than a big fight, because I don't want to go and deal with that prison thing again. And I don't want to have to physically assault with a weapon one of my black brothers again. I want to do something different. And plus, I'm too old for it. Honestly speaking, man, at my age, I don't want to find myself looking at the barrel of no gun or putting the barrel of a gun towards somebody else, risking going and spend the rest of my days in prison. I did enough time in prison, and I did enough fighting in prison, and enough stabbing and getting stabbed and jumping and being jumped. I'm tired of it, at my age. Leave it to the young boys. Try to stop them from going. So a lot of people were saying, why Trife ain't do nothing to, this person and that person, that was affiliated with the person who killed his brother. And Trife just talked and just talked. So when I seen this Doggy Diamonds interview, I think Doggy Diamonds did a very, very good interview with this situation, because he didn't bring up all the antics of the situation and all this other situation about, if you see him, what you gonna do him? Do you think he deserved to have this done to him? Do you by street justice? He didn't go into all that. Some questions he didn't even ask, because he didn't want to delve into all the negative aspect of the situation. Plus, this is the internet. And to put somebody on the internet to say what they're going to do to a person or how they're going to react to this situation, if they're talking about promoting violence, the police is watching. So all you do is put the police on your back by saying what you're saying. You know what I mean? So he asked him one time if he talked to Taxstone, and he said no. And, he said he didn't talk to Troy Ave about the situation. And I really congratulate the brother for how smooth he is. And I really congratulate Doggy Diamonds about, how he conducted the interview. And more, I've been watching Doggy Diamond videos, and he been on the same nonsense, going back and forth, your mama this, and let's do this, and let's do this. But in the end of his video, he said he's not doing that no more. He's not doing that no more. And the older guys let the young guys down so badly that the young guys really don't respect a lot of older guys. I got a lot of young boys who respect me, who come to me for their little advice and gang banging and doing what they doing. And I give them solid advice. I give them solid advice. I have 2 young boys who they doing a lot of time in jail who called me and asked me, should they tell on the other dude? I can't tell you to go tell. I can't tell you how to conduct your life because you know what's right and you know what's wrong. I'm not going to tell you to tell. I'm not going to tell you what to not tell because that's your situation and you have to do what you have to do in your situation. But I know that if you tell, that me and your situation changes a whole lot because I'm not going to trust being around you with the people that I be around because you wouldn't be privy to certain information because if you get caught up in the situation, you might use that information against us. So that would change. And, they decided on their own and they went and they did their time. One of them is still doing time. So that's the way I did. But, I bring this up because, everybody's still going on in the internet with this situation. And this situation should be over and done. Not over and done because, hey man, there's no more entertainment value in it or content creators can't get no more views of it. It should be over because you should consider the people that were hurt by it. Because even though Troy Ave could say they're a hater, I won, which to me everybody say what he won his freedom. He won his freedom. He ain't never been in no prison. He won his freedom. He was going to prison. He got himself out of it. You can't be mad at somebody who decides how they're going to get themselves out of a situation that they got themselves in. Even if they want to say the other person put them in a situation. It's just like life goes on. And that's that person's life. And at that moment, like I told God, if you go and do the wrong thing, then our relationship changes. I'm going to go out there and try to do something to you. No, that's that man's situation that you put away. He has to do something to you. Because a lot of time when people tell on people and they come home and you see them and they see the person they told them, they don't do nothing to them. Look, Stone said that Casanova got him arrested and they were cool. So who are you to say you're going to go do something to that man if the man who got the initial problem with him don't feel a way about it? But back to what I was saying, a lot of people going on and on and on and on and on with this situation when the situation is over. Taxstone been found guilty of manslaughter 1. He found guilty of the assault. He found guilty of the weapon. He pled guilty to the weapon. He's waiting for his sentencing, which Trife said is on the 16th, and we see that. That's where your content could come back. How much time the man got. Then talk about how the man messed his life up. Then come back to the Troy Ave. However you want to come back to it. But right now, this situation is like getting out of hand. And the sad thing about it is, it's not getting out of hand with the young boys. You see, it's not the young boys that's on the internet going crazy when they're the ones out there putting in the work. They're the ones out there killing stuff and shooting stuff. These older guys just trying to be YouTube content creators, trying to still make rap records, trying to walk around and do interviews and make a little bit of money. Whatever they're doing, they're not out there every day on the corner. They're not outside like that. They say, oh, I'm outside there in the restaurant. I'm outside there shopping. They're not outside 24/7 with them young boys on that block, watching every car that comes through and every guy who walks by, because that could be a shooter coming to shoot them. They're not outside like that anymore. And that's why I say the older guys let the young boys down, because I was taught crime. I was taught the values of, the criminal behavior. I was taught how criminals are supposed to act when it comes with regards to one another. And let me tell you something. The same person who taught me snitched on me and put me in prison for murking a man. The same people who taught me crime end up telling the police on me and putting me away, locking me up. So I already knew about them snitches. I already knew how this game is dirty. But if they don't want to let it go for nothing else, they should consider the mothers. The mothers are going through pain. The mothers are going through pain. And when you look at it, you could see that BTB Savage. You could see like right now, it's sad because his mother is getting on social media trying to explain her son's situation, and rather than being able to just mourn in peace, she feels all the stuff going around about her son, she has to get on social media and try to rectify some stuff. But she can't rectify nothing. Only thing her information is doing is feeding more fuel to the content creator people. That's all it's doing. Not doing nothing more. Just feeding information to the content creator people. Then what happened to my TV? So at the end of the day, you know, the content creator should think like, let's get this on. Because listen, let me show you something. The mothers are there, man. The mothers are really there. I don't know if y'all can hear that. But we don't want to go through that. I don't know if y'all can hear it. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but he said, let's see if we get it back.
Positive interview because I want y'all to know Trife wasn't happy one day. He was. This was gonna go. This was gonna be something different. So I'm glad cooler heads prevail. I'm glad the month of Ramadan was good to you. And you broke fast earlier, but you spoke after you broke fast, and I'm glad that you was able to think, pray, and got a strong support system around you. You know, the women in your life really was like, no. because this conversation is gonna be different.
Yes,
It was gonna be different, and I'm glad it wasn't because I think this is more where we are as men and where we are in our life. You know, we could always be that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But this dude, this man is yeah, this man that we showing today is could really have a lot of resolution. So I hope one day you can have a conversation with Mike. So I hope one day you can have a conversation with Maino, Troy Ave, all the people that you need to talk to for your closure and for your clarity and sanity. And you repping your mother too. See, that's what motherfuckers don't realize, man. He's the only male child that's out here for his moms. So y'all don't understand that a lot of times he has a lot of women in his family, and when shit happen, they call him. They call him. So John's older than you or younger?
Older. That's my older brother.
Yeah, so you the middle brother. So y'all lost the baby brother. The older brother is incarcerated. So again, everything fall on you, and you got to deal with all the stuff that the family hear, read, see, try to calm them down, and deal with all the rumors, gossip, internet shit. So it's a lot, but you know, Trife be cool, and then
my mother, I don't know how, but my mother, if you went there, my mother got an internet person, and she was like, "Dude, are you okay?" It's like, "Yeah." She said, "I seen the interview. Are you okay?" I said, "Yes, Mom." She said, "Okay, did you see the Maino interview?" I said, "Yes, Mom." She said, "You okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'll talk to you later. I'm okay though, all right? Okay. Yeah. Did you go to the gym?" Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right.
So you see what I'm saying? So his mother's, you know, she's watching social media to see what people are saying about her son. The case is over. She probably was watching it ahead of time, like before the case started, so she can gather information to help. Because mothers go to the authorities. Mothers want the authorities to take care of the situation. She lost her son to death. She got a son going to prison for quite some time, as Trife said. And then she has Trife out there still. She don't want to lose Trife to the nonsense. You know, Taxstone is gone, so you can't focus on Taxstone walking around like he did something great, you know what I mean, and, you know, killed the people, you know, so that's not a situation. But then when she get on there, and then you have the situation going on and on and on and on, it really resets them, man. And you know, the internet is cold, bro. The internet's coded in the streets. And why is the internet coded in the streets? Because you in New York and somebody from Texas is getting at your nerves. Let me show you about that. Now, let me show you. So now you look at Maino and Troy Ave here, hugged up, you know, Wack 100, because I didn't do a whole lot of research into this situation with Maino and Troy Ave. I just, you know, wish that, you know, Brooklyn people could just get it together. I'm from Brooklyn too. And, you know, like a lot of times, even when I was locked up, I stayed away from the Brooklyn people a lot because, you know, like Brooklyn, you know, we get together when we got to get together, but then Brooklyn start getting grimy with one another. Brooklyn start treating each other. Give me 1 minute. Hello? Yeah, so yeah, man, like Brooklyn people get together and then Brooklyn people get grimy on one another, you know what I mean? Brooklyn people get grimy on one another, you know, nobody say, in Brooklyn we say the most grimiest is Brownville people, you know what I mean? Like, but the whole Brooklyn gets grimy, so you don't understand. I don't understand. Maybe the internet understand because they do all this added on research, but I don't understand how you could see a picture like this and then Maino's coming at Troy Ave neck. Probably Troy Ave took the stand, saved himself, but you can't be mad at a person who wants to take his own life into his own hand and make a decision that's against maybe your codes and maybe your values and your principles, and do what they want to do to save their own life, especially if they feel that they didn't create the situation. They feel like the situation came to them. You know, that somebody's been bullying them on the internet. Now finally they see one another up close and personal. There's fear working. There's hostility working. And then at the first word, what's up? Anything at that point is going to set off violence. And Taxstone could not have come in that situation thinking that everything was going to be peace and harmony because he was carrying a gun. So at the end of the day, my thing is this too. When you got all these people in a social setting and everybody's there to make money, because Maino was supposed to perform, Uncle Murder was supposed to perform, and Troy Ave was supposed to perform. If you got all these people in a social setting, some level head should have went and said, you know what? Let me go talk to these people, man. We don't need that here today. We don't need that here today. Let's try to mediate this thing so it don't happen here today. Let's try to mediate this thing and let the level head prevail and this thing don't go on. So now Troy Ave feels he has to go in and recap the whole situation. That's what he did in this video. And, you know, you got mothers watching, you got family members watching, and you relive the whole situation, and here they go getting sad all over again. Here they go getting angry all over again. Sometimes you got to think about the people that's affected by the situation other than the so-called street people, you know, because when you don't care, there's going to come a situation where you're going to need somebody to care for you, and they're not going to care for you, you know. And the mothers, you could see the mothers, you know, maybe the banger mother not on the social network trying to calm everything down, but you see that BTB Savage mother all on the internet trying to calm situation down. That happened with her son, you know. So now Maino puts up a chain. Everybody start that. I don't know why Maino put the chain up. Maybe he was going to get this attention that he wanted on YouTube. You know, a lot of people do things for views and things like that, you know, to get the attention on them so people could start watching their thing. He has a podcast, and, you know, maybe he wants beef with Troy Ave. Who knows? I don't know. I know that this shouldn't go on, that another internet back and forth should not result in somebody dying innocently or who saying deserving of it. It shouldn't happen. So anyway, everybody's going in calling him Chaino, saying he was wearing a chain and all this other extra stuff. And Maino has to deal with it because he put that on social media, and he should have known that people all around the world is going to comment on it, because some people want content, some people want views, some people want subscribers, and they're going to talk about it. Like even myself, but I'm not talking about it in no negative sense because I'm too old for that. I would rather see brothers get together. Because look at this right here. Let me just show y'all one thing before I go on. See if I erase this. Okay. Troy Ave. I checked out his net worth, right? This is April 23. Troy Ave net worth in 2023 is $2 million. That's Troy Ave net worth in 2023. $2 million. Now look. Maino net worth in 2023 is $3 million. So, if Troy net worth is $2 million and Maino net worth is $3 million, why the brothers can't get together and try to create situations where other people can be a asset to the neighborhood, to the community, rather than a liability? Why these brothers can't get together and build something that can help the people, and the people don't have to be so dependent on the government handouts, on this type of handout for this to go on this type of handout for that to go on? Why they can't build a foundation or a corporation or a non-for-profit where they can get charitable donations to help offset the money that they spend to really help the community? Even help guys that's coming home that still want to do the same dumb stuff and go back to prison. And they go back to prison broke again because they're really not making no lot of money selling nickels and dimes on the corner. Niggas is not making no little money selling eighths of weed on the corner. One brother died selling loose cigarettes on the corner. Why you can't put the money together and come up with a master plan to help the community rather than go on this back and forth on this internet and try to hurt one another and the people pleasure? Because there's a lot of people on the internet, that's all they want to see. That's all they want to see. World Star gone. Now you got YouTube alone. So, but let's go on. So now, Maino puts his little chain up, says what he says, and he gets a lot of slack. So now, you end up with this situation. Wack 100, Troy Ave and Maino. Wack 100 is in LA, Troy Ave is somewhere in Brooklyn, traveling back and forth. Maino is from Brooklyn. So Maino gets on and Maino starts saying that Wack 100 got a problem with Brooklyn, but Wack 100 say, which is respectable, and he says that you're on social media, and no matter where you are, what you say on social media, what you post, you open yourself for comment from people from anywhere. It has nothing to do with New York as a whole. It has something to do with what you said and what I said in response to it. But comes to find out that Wack and Maino has some beef from a while ago with a situation of something that was posted up. And, one thing about Wack 100 is like one of those guys who, he gonna talk his shit. He gonna talk his smack. And he gonna try to put up stuff on you to help clown you or help make you feel little or help make you feel like a punk. And he's gonna pull it up and get on your last nerve and get under your skin and make you wanna kill the world and go to jail. Because when you're on social media, and I just showed y'all through the academic video that the police say they use social media as an investigative tool, they're watching. If they ain't been watching Wack, if you don't think they've been watching Wack 100 content, you crazy. You stupid. So you want to give up locations, you want to say, I'm going to do this, you want to say, I'm going to do that. You go out there and you want to be a fool and do it, go do it, bro. Because the only thing you're looking at is prison. That's all that's going to come out of it. Prison. And you can either go to prison in New York by doing it in New York, or you could go down to LA and do something to Wack 100 and go to prison in LA. It's your choice. It's your choice. My homeboy went in Texas and he got 20 years for shooting somebody in the stomach. I'm doing my crimes in New York. If I gotta do crime, because New York, they criminal friendly. I told him, you wouldn't. They got no 20 years up here. You went down there to change your life, and you went down there and fell into the nonsense of, was you tough in New York? Was you about this calling people, yo, tell this person what I was about in New York? I'm not telling them nothing, bro. You didn't go down there for that. I'm not no Bible. I'm not no walking disciple, so I'm not going to tell you not Jesus, so I'm not telling you about the coming of Jesus, to go into Jesus, because you not him. Like Jesus, I'm not your disciple, so you deal with it. And I'm shooting somebody who got 20 years in Texas. Houston, Texas, buried him. So Maino want to go in. Now let me show you something. So China Mac now, China Mac gets on the live with Wack 100. I always respected China Mac for the fact that in my heart of heart, I believe that China Mac is the type of person that he been in jail. You see, he shot somebody in a club. You know, I know his situation, but China Mac is the type of guy from the old school type of street guy. The guy who will put the gun down and square off with you, no matter how big you is. You see, he went and he met up with AD, and him and the AD was bigger than him too, and he fought AD and handled his business like a man. So that's why I respect China Mac. Charleston White came at China Mac. They had their little problems. They had their little fallout, and you know, like I always said, because I even said in my video that if somebody wanted to tell China Mac because a lot of times people start telling Black Americans stop acting like they Jamaican, be proud to be American. So if they would have told China Mac, yo, bro, you Chinese, man, just act like you Chinese and fall back, bro, I think China Mac would have really considered it. But then he went in with all that stuff with them Asian babies and all that. I couldn't eat that. I can't eat that for no people. I don't care. I can't eat that for no people. You know what I mean? I don't have a lot of hate in my blood for different races of people like that. I just can't. And, you know, that's savagery. We know the people who are the most savage in this world that has been and continues to be for no reason. Weak and wicked, you know what I mean? Weak because when you run down on them, they fold up. But they catch you right, they wicked. They do some real tormenting, disastrous, savage stuff to you. So I always felt that China Mac was a person who, because of his behavior and because him being different, that he brings different to the scenario. And I think that having Wack 100 on this live, that he was really there to try to be a mediator more than anything else. Whatever people get out of it, that's what people get out of it. That's what, you know, people is going to be people. And then you got a lot of people who, you know, this is exciting to them because their lives are boring and they haven't been in no prisons. They haven't been shot at. They haven't been stabbed up. They haven't had to fight for nothing. Some of them don't wear jewelry because they don't want the attention that jewelry brings to them. Some of them is not going to flash their money out because they don't want the attention that would bring to them. Some of them, when they go down out their house and they know in that corner they got all them little young gangster thugs, they not going down that block. They not going to that gas station. They're not going to that store. They're going around the other way. They're not dealing with that situation. So when they come on YouTube and they start to see all this stuff, it's exciting to them. If they can help promote it, they're going to help promote it. So I think that China Mac got on here and tried to mediate the Maino, New York, Wack 100 situation because he did ask him, did he have a problem with New York? Wack explained that out. At one point he said Maino just want to get with it. Wack ignored that. He said Maino just chimed in. Wack ignored that. Then he pulled Maino up. That's that real shit. See, a lot of people ain't getting that point. That's that real street stuff. Where you say, you know what, bro? I know people on that side. I'm cool with them. You got a problem with this dude? I'm gonna call them up and we're gonna let it get that out. I don't think y'all should do this, but if y'all really want to do this, I'm gonna bring him in, man. And y'all go ahead and handle y'all business and get this thing over with. That's what China Mac kind of did on the internet. I'm gonna show y'all. So China Mac had Maino pull it right up in. Maino pull right up in. Now, I seen a video that's circulating now on YouTube where they're saying, you know, Wack 100 clown, Maino, you know, they'll show me this side of your face with the cut. You know, like I always said, man, like people who got them cuts in their face, I was locked up, man. Most of those people who got those cuts in their face, they was cocky. And a lot of them they mans, the person that they thought was the least person that would cut them ended up cutting them, getting up close on them to cut them in their face. I always stayed with my back against the wall, always had somebody watching me, because I was on a lot of nonsense in jail myself. I really was. I was. I had to survive, and I was on some nonsense. So I didn't want to be cut in my face. I got stabbed. I got jumped. I got beat. I jumped. Got stabbed. But they didn't get my face. I went gun to gun. I did a lot of stupid stuff in jail that I don't want to go through no more. And I don't want nobody to go through it now, because it really don't make no sense to throw your life away for jail, man. Lock in, lock out, on the yard, no yard. CO's trying to beat you up when you saying something. CO's calling you. CO's walking around with babies hanging on them. CO's calling you niggas. They trying to put you in the back of the line in Attica. Trying with the C block in Attica. Got you going up the stairs. You in the back of the line. Got you going up them stairs last. And you know you in 6 cells. You lined up by cells. You in 6 cells. You supposed to be the 6th person on the line. And he telling you, take it to the back. And then the homie's telling you, no, bro, don't go back there, man. We're going to set this right here. Don't go back there, bro. Because when you go back there and you get in that stairway in C block, it's over. And police is pounding on you. So anyway, I think China Mac tried to set this up to mediate this. And he decided, like, let's have the face-to-face live off. And as you see, so I'm going to show you something now. Because a lot of people is on social media saying, oh, Wack clown, Maino, and on China Mac live and all this. I seen something totally different on China Mac live when it came down to it. And this is what I say about people. Some people, like Wack, keep on saying, it's social media. It's social media. And I'm going to keep going. It's social media. You know, he asked about the J Diggs situation. If that's what it is, whatever that guy is, J Diggs keep calling them out and all of that. And Wack starts explaining that away. But I want to show you something about the Maino situation that people probably didn't even catch. To show you, like, a lot of people on social media is there for entertainment. Like Wack said, his name, Wack 100, is his entertainment name, his character name for YouTube. And if you see him in the street, they call him some other stuff and some little something. Now, that names don't mean nothing to me. You could change your name. See, you could change your name at any time. Your face means everything. Your fingerprints mean everything. Your face, you could change your face. Go in the witness protection program, they change your whole face. So they change your, they don't care about the name. They'll change your face and give you a new name. You could change your name anytime. You can't change your face. But let's go. I want to show you something. And then we're going to be off of this. So they went on the live. Let me show you something about this situation now. Because every time people on there, social media, and they get on this tough guy stuff, a lot of times they really don't want it to become a physical altercation. They don't want to link up and go the whole way of what they're talking about. They want to deal with all that name calling, talking about your mama, talking about your kids on social media, and then go on to the next one. They don't want to link up and make that happen. That's what I think China Mac was trying to get the link up to happen, but it went sideways, so he couldn't really do it. But let me show you something. Wack didn't really want to do it. Wack don't want to risk everything going to jail. Wack know what that jail's at. He ain't been in jail in 23 years, he said. You think you be out here, you been in jail, you did your little time, you ain't been in jail. You're 23 years, you want to go back over some internet drama? Nobody threaten your family. I mean, directly threaten your family, not on no internet talking about your mom and all that stuff. Nobody came to your house threatening no family. Nobody seen your wife in the grocery store and punched you in the face. Nobody seen you try to rob you. Nobody seen you try to pop on you. And so what's the sense? And Wack, he's very, prominent. He's popular. He's popular on YouTube. And he's been out of jail 23 years. I've been out of jail since 2015. I don't want to go back. I don't want to find myself in no situation and I'm going back. That's why I ain't live on this YouTube yet. I want my content to get up. You know, I don't make no money off of it. I don't make no money off of YouTube. I make my own money elsewhere. And I ain't broke. I ain't suffering. So, what I like to, get my content up. I go on, but I don't want to be on no nonsense going back and forth talking about niggas' mamas and niggas' babies and, oh, I'll see you, I'm gonna punch you in your face. I don't even know you, bro. I would like to see you and meet you in your place, and maybe I could make some money there. I can meet some good people there. Expand myself. Expand my options for financial gain. Outside of selling drugs and all that extra shit that's going to get me in the penitentiary. And that's what these brothers could do. And let me show you. Wack 100 don't want no problems with Maino. He really don't. All of this internet stuff is just internet stuff. And I'm not just talking. See, because one thing content analysis is not going to do, and that's my YouTube name. Nobody know me as content analysis. That's my YouTube name. But you'll know my face. So y'all think Wack 100 really want problems? All right, this thing mad low. All right, we're gonna have to put it on the phone so y'all can hear it. Cause I don't know why this thing is low. Maybe it's helping me not to get a copyright claim again. I got a couple of them. All right, let's go.
New York should be responding. Nigga, you's a bitch. Let's get to it. I don't want to do no talking. See the social media? See the social media? You doing a lot of wolfing. Let's get to it. Hey, why you got this energy when you break it down? Let's get to it. Did you break it down? Let's get to it. Did you break it down? All the other shit. Smile for me on the side. Smile for me. Let me see the smile right here. Give me the smile. You bitch ass nigga, you got your drawers pulled up in your ass. You got your drawers pulled up in your ass, nigga.
I just peeped something. If y'all go to the video, I just peeped something on the video. Y'all go and y'all put it on back there. I peeped something on the video. I see Maino actually smiling. I didn't notice that before.
A lot of wolfing. Let's get to it. Hey, why you got this energy when you break it down? Let's get to it. Did you break it down? Let's get to it. Did you break it down? All the other shit. Smile for me on the side. Smile for me. Let me see the smile right here.
Look.
Give me the smile. You bitch ass nigga, you got your drawers pulled up in your ass. You got your drawers pulled up in your ass, nigga. You broke ass nigga. You got your drawers pulled up in your ass. Boy, you ain't getting shit to the nigga that gave you a fuck. You ain't getting nothing. You got a smile right here. Nigga, shut up, nigga. Get on that. Smile for me for the side of your face. Now let me ask you a question since we got Holly. Now you may have a conversation. Why did you keep his chain? Why did you keep his chain? He don't want to talk. He want to get to it. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Don't say
Listen.
Wack social media. Say.
Listen.
Why did you keep his chain? Why did you keep his chain? He don't want to talk. He want to get to it. Leave it alone.
You see? So China Max says he don't want to talk. He want to get to it. Wack 100 said, leave it alone. Am I lying? I'm not lying, bro.
Hey, Wack social media. Let's question since we got Holly.
I see Maino smiling back there, though.
Why did you keep
I didn't
his
notice
chain?
it till right now.
Why did you keep his chain? He don't want to talk. He want to get to it. Leave it alone. But
Leave it alone.
Don't say Wack social media. Nigga, shut up, nigga. Get on that. All right, you heard what I said, nigga. Smile for me for the side of your face. Now let me ask you a question since we got Holly. Now you may have a conversation. Why did you keep his chain? Why did you keep his chain? He don't want to talk. He want to get to it. Leave it alone.
You see? So that's what I'm telling you, man. Like, you gotta really consider what's going on social media. You know, China Man says he don't want to talk. He want to get to it. Wack 100 said, leave it alone. Nobody's talking about that part. You know, but don't believe the hype, man. Don't believe everything that's on this social media thing, and don't jackpot yourself on social media by trying to think that you get in a beef with somebody, you got to run, and you got to get in a situation and somebody's got to die, like the Irving Plaza situation. And even, you know, when you look at the BTS, BTB, whatever that boy name was, that got on Vlad TV and start talking about the death of that guy who tried to rob him, you know, and expressing his feelings on there, and then going and standing in the blood of the guy and got himself killed. It don't gotta be that, man. You know what I mean? Like, the situations happen, man. And people got people who love them out there, man. And people love you too. Don't think nobody loves you. People love you too. And when you're doing good, people want to see you continue to do good. They don't want to see you to regress and go back to some nonsense and die with nothing. Die when you was doing so good. You know, you got choices, man. You got options. Don't let social media be the platform where you throw your life away. Avoid the crowd. Do your own thinking independently. Be the chess player, not the chess piece. And with that, people have a nice night. Enjoy yourself. I hope y'all enjoy this video. Please subscribe. My subscriptions is going up. My views, you know, they go up, they go down. You know, it's like fish. They flop. Sometimes they drop. I catch some. Sometimes I don't. You know, comment if you want. Like, share, dislike. Overall, don't go crazy being an internet gangster.